Sarah had just moved into her new apartment on the 3rd floor of an old building. It had character, creaky floorboards, and tall windows that looked out over the quiet street. She loved the space, loved the feeling of a fresh start. The building was mostly silent, which suited her fine. One evening, after a long day of unpacking, a soft knock came from her inner apartment door. Not the main entrance to the building, but her actual apartment door, deep within the hallway. She rarely heard her direct neighbors, so it was a surprise. Standing there was an older man with wispy white hair and eyes that seemed to see a little too much. He introduced himself as Mr. Abernathy, claiming he was moving into the vacant apartment downstairs. The landlord said I could wait until May to officially move in. Just keep an eye on things, he said, a strange half-smile on his face. He started asking about the building, the utilities, then, without missing a beat, about her. Living here long? Got much family in the city? Sarah felt a shiver down her spine. The next day, she called her landlord. Mr. Abernathy? Her landlord asked, confused. No, Sarah. The downstairs apartment is already rented to a young couple. They are moving in next week. I have not heard of any Mr. Abernathy. The landlord's words echoed in her mind. Who was the old man? And why had he lied? A few days later, as Sarah was leaving for work, she saw him. He was standing at the end of the hallway, near the building's main entrance, just staring at her door. He did not wave, did not smile, just watched her with those unnerving eyes until she quickly made her escape. After that, Sarah started noticing little things. A flicker of movement in the window across the street, always when she was looking out. The faint sound of footsteps outside her door, then silence when she opened it. A crack. She felt like a character in a bad dream, always being watched, always alone. Then came the night. Sarah was in her living room reading when she heard it. A soft, deliberate scratching sound coming from her apartment door. Not a rodent, not the wind. It sounded like something trying to get in, slowly, carefully. Her blood ran cold. She froze, clutching the book, straining to listen. Slowly, Sarah crept to the door, peering through the small, distorted peephole. What she saw made her gasp, a sound trapped in her throat. Mr. Abernathy. His face was pressed against the other side, his eye directly aligned with hers. He was not knocking, just there, his unnerving gaze boring into her, even through the tiny lens. She stumbled back, heart hammering against her ribs. Then came the knock, soft, singular, deliberate. Sarah? His voice was a low murmur, clear enough to hear through the thick wood. I know you are in there. I saw your lights. Is everything all right? A pause. Then she heard the faint click of the doorknob turning. Sarah did not know how long she stayed frozen behind that door, but eventually the turning stopped and the silence returned. She did not sleep a wink that night. The next morning, she was gone. She never saw Mr. Abernathy again. The landlord confirmed that the real tenants moved into the downstairs apartment, a young couple, just as she would said. They never saw an old man. But sometimes, in her new place, late at night, she still feels it. A phantom gaze watching from beyond a window, a faint scratch at a door that is not there, and she wonders, who was Mr. Abernathy, and what would have happened if that door had not been locked?